Hey everybody, welcome back to Card Curiosity, where we try to find the best possible ways to make a good return on your investment in the sports card world. And sometimes we do that by opening boxes of cards, and today we have another episode of Rip It or Skip It, where we analyze a product and try to decide whether it makes sense to pay money to buy this box of cards or a case of cards and open it for a profit. So today, with the start of the baseball season, we have one of the first baseball releases every year. It's Topps Series 1. We have 2024 Topps Series 1 here. We're going to break that down, let you know what you can expect from this, and come to a conclusion of whether we should rip this box or whether you should skip it altogether if you are trying to make a good return on your investment. So to start out, if you remember, our framework is going to be broken down into 4 categories. We want to look at the price of the cards, the box or the case. We want to look at the checklist to make sure that there are possibilities of getting big hits and to see how diluted it is. The third category is gradability and whether it's possible to pull cards and send them into PSA or SGC and grade them and get a 10. And then finally, the last category we look at is the staying power to see whether or not these cards here, if they will maintain and hold their price over long periods of time, or if this is a product where the prices will just go down, down, down over time the longer that you have them. So let's jump in. First, we'll check out the price. And so I have 2 websites pulled up here, Blowout Cards and Dave and Adams. And so for Blowout Cards, you can see 2024 Topps Series 1, you have different options on what you can get. They have cases here, but we're just going to look at kind of the individual boxes. You have the blaster boxes. This is what you would find at Walmart. These are running around $25 each, so the price is not too bad. You have the jumbo box. The jumbo boxes are bigger. You're going to have way more cards. You're going to have the potential for autographs and stuff there. And then you have the regular hobby boxes here. And so like this, you got a jumbo hobby box or a regular hobby box. Those are going to be smaller. You can see the price here, $95 for that, $200 for the jumbo. And if we hop over to Dave and Adams, you'll see something similar here, about the same price, $25 for the blaster boxes. And they actually have hanger boxes here for $15. In the hangers, you get yellow parallels. And then let's see, we've got the hobby box at $95. So in the hobby box, you get 1 autograph or relic card per box. Okay. You also get 1 silver pack per box, which that's important because the silver packs can actually get you some pretty nice cards if you happen to be lucky. And then finally, the jumbo box. That's the one that I think we will try ourselves here. You get 1 autograph guaranteed and 2 other hits per box. If you get a box, hopefully you get 2 other autographs. I'd say that's unlikely. You get 2 silver packs, which I think is big, and there's some short prints and things like that. So $195 here for those jumbo boxes. And so overall on the price, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Some of this is pretty cheap and won't cost too much, but you do, if you wanted to, I think the box that you would want to try to get would be this jumbo hobby, and that's running close to $200. So we'll give you a 4 on the price as far as that goes. As we move into the checklist, this is where we kind of start to get kind of understand whether it's actually going to make sense and whether you can pull good players and cards. So here's the first look. You can see the LE rookie card here. That looks great. The base set here is 350 cards, and that to me is absolutely terrible. It just makes it really hard. If there's only 5 players that you want and there's a 350 card possibility, there's just not very good odds there. Okay, they have a lot of different parallels, different colors to look for, things like that. Some of these will be numbered, some of them won't be. And there's going to be different kind of variations or short print kind of things. So like one of them is going to look like a photograph here. Instead of having the border around it, it's just going to bleed out to the edges. Those look pretty cool. And then you have some short prints called Golden Mirror that are pretty nice but rare. You're going to have some inserts that look like older cards, and so blueprints here, things like that. So what I really want to look at now, though, is let's get to the players. Let's see autograph-wise. They have 1989 themed autographs. Some are numbered as well. So that would really be what we're looking for, would be an autograph, a good autograph. They've got patch autographs as well. So that's pretty cool. Those are going to be super rare, I'm sure. So here's what we have. In the hobby boxes, you get 12 cards per pack. Hobby jumbo, you get 40, things like that. I'll break it down, but again, 350 cards. That's concerning. So let's see. Hobby jumbo box, you get 1 autograph. You could get an additional autograph as well, and then the 2 silver packs. So here are the base checklists. You can see some names of players in here. I'm guessing, they're going to have all the big ones, but they're also going to have guys that you've probably never heard of. I've never heard of this dude. I've never heard of, this guy, and that doesn't mean they're not good. I follow the teams I follow, but there's going to be some guys that are maybe unknown, and that happens here. They try to get as many players in this particular set as they can. And so, when it comes to base cards, if we can get a base card of a handful of good players like Shohei, Evan Carter, Ellie De La Cruz, maybe 1 or 2 other rookie cards, and grade them, we could make some money there. We can look at the variations. Here's the golden mirror image variations. Boy, it says there's 350 of those too. That seems like a lot. They have team color border variations, which I've seen those. Basically the outside of the card will be the color of the team. So you got to keep an eye out for some of these short prints. They can be kind of hard to identify, so you just got to be careful. And then when it comes to autographs, let's see who can get an autograph. So you have 137 players potentially for the autographs, so that's a little bit better than 350, of course. But you're still, as you look through these names, there's just going to be a bunch of names that you probably don't care that much about. It looks like they have some older ones like Bo Jackson and Barry Larkin, Bernie Williams. That's pretty cool. There is Ellie De La Cruz. There is Evan Carter. Those are the big rookies I think you would want to pull when it comes to the autographs. And so let's just keep going. Topps all team autographs. So these are going to be more rare. And I guess it looks like you get like the superstar from a couple of the teams. And greatest hits autographs. So anyway, in the jumbo box, man, they have a lot of different kinds of autographs as well. So cut signatures, yeah, there's a bunch of different kinds of autographs in here, and that basically the more autographs they have, I think the harder it is to get the one that you might want. So I don't love that. On this checklist, even though you're guaranteed one autograph for $200 on the jumbo box, to me is that's not great. And because there's so many players, we got to give this checklist a 1 out of 5 on our score. So let's move on to gradability and see how it does. We're looking at basically tops right here. This is just kind of the base cards, I think. So in general, I'd say that's pretty good, 64%. It grades pretty well. And if we dig a little deeper into 2023 tops, this is last year's version. You can see which cards, which player in particular ended up getting the most gems. And so you got Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Corbin Carroll, Michael Harris, and Anthony Volpe in the top 5. And they all have above a 60% gem rate. So I'd say that's pretty good. If we look at the last year's silver packs, those are the ones where you can get chrome cards, and they're going to be worth a little bit more. But the gem rate on these is quite a bit lower at 46. But overall, I would give the gem rate here for this particular product a 4 out of 5. To me, it seems decent that if you can pull the right cards, you should have a decent chance to get a PSA 10. And then finally, let's look at the staying power, where we analyze whether or not a card is going to be able to keep its value over long enough periods of time. And so let's just show you today, like the last 30 days, we take the 2 biggest cards from last year, probably Corbin Carroll and I guess 2 years ago, Julio Rodriguez. You can see that the last sale here was $25 for Julio and $30 for Corbin. Corbins are actually up 15% in the last 30 days, probably just because the season is starting. Julio's down over the last 30 days. If we zoom out and let's just go to the last 180 days, see how those have changed. It's been kind of a tight range. You're looking at 20 to 40 to $20 to $50, let's say, trade in that range. But as we zoom out, let's go to 365. You'll see, all right when the very first PSA 10s of Corbin came out, they were going close to $100. It quickly drops off as the market gets flooded with 10s here. And so that's why it's so important that if you do rip these, you want to rip them early, and you want to get them into PSA as soon as you possibly can so that you can get them on the market and try to make $50, $60, $70 on these. But Julio's were around all of last season, and he had a pretty good season, and his were trading in the $25 to $50 range all of last season. They're still down there. And so this card does not end up keeping its value very well. And so, I'm going to give the staying power a 1 out of 5 here. It's the lowest score that I have. You can see Julio, when he started out and got the PSA 10s, his were going for 160, and then he quickly fell off a cliff. Then you could get above $50 for a few months. And now today you're back down to 25. So not a great card in terms of staying power. The Topps Chrome cards you'll see are going to be quite a bit better. And anyway, that is going to wrap up our video here. Total score for this product, we're giving it a 10 out of a possible 20, which is not great, especially for the price. You don't get the option or the possibility of getting a whole lot of hits. It's something that I'm going to avoid. We're going to say we want to skip it. We'll find something else to rip, but for now, let's avoid this. We probably will open one box here just to get an idea of what the product looks like, but this is not something we're going to open and expect a good return on our investment. So hope this makes sense. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, stay curious.